So let's say you're going through your course, excuse me, and you look at a bunker, you look at a tee box, and you're like, and let's say you've already imported your meshes, you've cut, you've created your meshes in Blender, you've imported them to Unity, you've lowered your terrain in Unity, and then you put some trees down, you bunch stuff, and you realize that I don't like the way that mesh looks. It's not right, or the tee box isn't quite flat, or that bunker needs digged out more. What do you do? All right. You've already lowered your terrain at this point, and you should know that you shouldn't dig on a lowered terrain. What can you do? And that's what this section is about. First of all, again, let me repeat this. Do not dig or sculpt on a lowered terrain anywhere, anywhere on that lowered terrain. Do not dig, do not touch it, do not make any changes to it. All right. Hopefully I got that clear. I'll explain why later on, but don't do it. You need to follow these procedures. To dig on a or to dig or sculpt on a lower terrain, first of all, you need to restore the unlowered terrain from backup. And you should have heard, I'm assuming you did a backup. You remember, you're supposed to do a backup before you make any changes. You should have done a backup right before you lowered your terrain. Your last backup should be your unlowered terrain, okay? Because you shouldn't be making any more changes to it after you did that backup. Simple as that. So your last backup should be your unlowered terrain, okay? So you're going to restore your unlowered terrain, then you make all your changes. You go out, dig to your heart's content. You're going to export that terrain.obj using the same procedure that we have in the earlier videos. You're going to import that terrain.obj into Blender. And at that point, you have a few options. One is you could just run everything through again. You can run your SVG file through, you can cut, and then you can conform your meshes. The only issue with that is if you did a bunch of stuff like deleting your holes, your donut holes, if you added some bridges, you could potentially run into some, they won't delete your bridges if you created that stuff, but it takes a while, right? So another option is if you didn't make any changes to your meshes themselves, your SVG file that you did in Inkscape, if you didn't make any changes there, you can just reconform. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's bounce into Unity. So let's say that I have this bunker and I don't like the way it looks. I don't know. It looks fine to me, but let's say I don't like the way that this slopes down and I want to make some changes. And I've already lowered my terrain. And I know I've lowered my terrain because first of all, if I turn my meshes off, you can see right here where my inner meets my meshes, it was dropped, right? So that's it. And my inner is lowered underneath my meshes and it's normal up here. Now you might think to yourself, oh, if I need to make changes out here, no problem. No, don't do that, because if you make these changes out here, okay, and then you need to make changes, and let's say you make these changes out here, you reconform your meshes, or you start using this and you save that. Now you come back later and you need to make changes here. Well, your terrain is underneath here and you need to restore to make changes here, and you just lost all the changes you made out here. So just rule of thumb, never make changes on an unlowered terrain no matter where it's at. So let's say we need to make the changes here. So we need to come back, terrain backup, restore, and I need to select my inner. And you can see my last backup here is, I have a note in here, is unlowered. So I'm going to do a restore. And I'm going to pause. All right, cool. So I got this restored, and you can see I got my clashing and my Z-fudding back, which gives me the good feeling that I did that right. Okay, and I've got the original terrain before I unlowered it here. And there we go. So now I can make my changes, and let me just make I can make a couple of quick changes here with the Unity brushes, I guess. I can maybe I want to smooth this out a little bit, run around, whatever. I made my changes. Now what I want to do is I want to go up here to terrain, export to OBJ. I get this pop up, and this should all be very familiar to you now. Put my inner here, I export that. And then I'm going to put it in my Rock Creek OBJ under terrain. I'm going to replace the one that's in here, replace it, yes, and then that's going to export. Let me pause. Okay, so that has now completed. Now I'm going to go back into Blender. And remember what I said, at this point, you can either run everything through again, which means you're going to open up your base OPCD Blender file and import the terrain, import your SVGs, cut, mesh, remove your donut holes. But the other thing that you can do is you could just open up your previous mesh folder that you saved, this post mesh Blender folder. And you can see, so here's all my meshes. And in here, if I go down, I have my terrain, but that's the old one that I previously imported. So I can delete that, come back up here, import terrain OBJ, find the one that I just exported for Unity, which is this guy. And I'm going to pause because that takes a second to import. So now our terrain has been re-imported, the new terrain, the one we just made changes to in Unity. And we have our existing meshes. We just need to reconform or wrap them around that terrain again. So there's actually a command for that. If we go down here, we could do reconform all, or we could reconfirm selected. All is pretty easy. It's just going to do all of them. But we only have a little section here that we need to do. So let's go back into Unity here. I went on the wrong screen. Let's go back into Unity. And let me hide my inner so I don't get this Z fighting. And we made changes to this bunker. So that potentially impacted this spline here. Let's go back to my meshes. This spline here, our bunker in this area. So what was that? That's our whole, so if I write these down quickly. So this one is path 3660. I'm looking up here, okay? This one is semi-rough, but that is path 3670. This is my bunker, which is 5773. And then I got this hole out here, which is 3881. All right, so I got 4 that could potentially have been changed. So let me go back into Blender and expand my meshes here. And up here in the search, what can I do? Let me unclick over here first. All right, and in my search up here, my first one was 3660. So now I've got that one highlighted. Let me make sure that's still highlighted. It is not. Might have to do this manually. It was highlighted. I was just overlooking it. And then let me do another one for 3670. Actually, that's right there. So I'm going to hold down Shift. So now we got 36. Whoops, I don't want Shift. I want Control. So now I got those 2 highlighted. And then what's the other one? 5773. 5773. Let me hold down Control. And let me click that one. So there's that one. And then let me hit 3881. 3881. I'm going to hold down Control, click on that. Now when I scroll down through here, I should have 4 meshes highlighted. Where's my 3881? Come on. It's got to be in my list here. Getting close, I think. Just user error, bad looker. So here they are. There's those 4 splines I'm talking about, 3660. I got 4 of them highlighted. Now I can come down here and do select selected, reconform those meshes, and now those have been reshaped. So now what can I do? Well, I can go down here and I can do a batch export again. And of course, I lost my selection up here, but I had 3660. They were all close to each other. 3670, 5773, and I had 3881 right here. Now I can export selected FBX. Now, if you recall, if I come in here to my FBX folder again, if I sort by date, those will all be here at the top. Let me highlight all those, move this to the side, and go back here into Unity. I can actually highlight these here. So let me highlight that. Let me delete that one, delete this one, delete the bunker, delete this guy. I can come back in and I open up my FBX, drag those into, whoops, I don't have my FBX folder open. So let me go up into my FBX folder. I could delete these. Let me just see what happens if I think if I don't delete these, it's going to be a problem. Let's experiment here and see what happens. FBX, drag these in. So let me do a search for now for 3660. Ah, you see it did not overwrite them. So that's what we do have to be careful about. So let me just delete all these. Good learning experience for you guys. I'm gonna hit delete. The other one was 3670. Delete. And I don't have to delete the child objects because if you delete the parent, so these are the parent objects right here, the FBX folders. So delete those. Let me go back 3881. Delete. Now go back into my folder. I like to keep everything clean. I mean, it's not a big deal if you have extras. It's just taking up extra space at the end of the day. So I'm in my FBX folder. Make sure I got those, did this right. Yep, so there's three. Oh, it didn't go in. I must not have drugged those in correctly. I'm looking like I missed a bunch of stuff in here for some reason. All right, there it is now. There's that one. So, all right, so let's go back in here. Let me start with the top one. And I'm sorry that this is so tedious for you guys. This is why I like to make short videos, but this is more of a complex subject. Just want to show you guys how to do this. So I'm going to drag this one to my meshes, and you should see it appear here. So there it is, right? Now I need, what's the other one I need here? I need 3670. That one. 5773, which is my bunker. Cool. 3881. Now I just did that much quicker than I could have before. And they look good. And the last thing I have to do is do my GSP set mesh materials. You guys have seen this a million times now. Replace materials. Nice. And now I'm going to also, one last thing here, highlight all these by holding down Shift. I'm going to turn off cast shadows. And this looks pretty good. So now you can see they all match up. Whatever terrain changes I made here, it's going to match up. Let me turn on my inner so you can see the Z fighting again. So now my Z fighting's back. And what do we do at this point? We go back up here, lower terrain under meshes. But what do I need to do first? Yes, back it up. Remember, every time before we make a terrain, create terrain backup, unlowered, create backup. I'll pause. Okay, so that backup was saved. Now I can go lower terrain under meshes, Here's my window. I'm going to do my inner again, lower all splines, and I'll pause again. And we have the terrain lowered message down here, so we're good. Our Z fighting is gone, fantastic, and we're back to where we were. I know that's a long process, but it's a necessary evil. We have our adjusted bunker here. I didn't do much to it, but it is adjusted a little bit. We've got our relowered terrain. So everything looks good at this point, and you can proceed with your course.